ooh, the history of drugs is one of my favorite topics because I'm Dr. Hilary Agro and I am an anthropologist who specializes in drugs and drug use. Like this video and follow me so that my 3 anthropology degrees feel like they're worth something. So I think I know what you're trying to say here. You're trying to say that things like fentanyl were not used by humans in the past. And yes, okay, sure. But fentanyl is an opioid which is originally based on opium, which is from poppies. Basically, humans used to use poppies as a plant medicine. It's an analgesic. It helps take away pain. Oh, there were squirrels. But for a bunch of complicated political reasons, they made opium illegal. And so people started making more and more refined and intensely potent versions of opium until we have fentanyl today, because when it's smaller, it's easier to transport when something is illegal and people are hunting it, you know, just like how during Prohibition, people were drinking liquor instead of beer and wine because it's just smaller, it's easier to transport. This is called the iron law of Prohibition. Almost every drug that we see today is basically that same pattern. Methamphetamine originally comes from ephedra, which is a plant. Cocaine comes from coca, which is a plant. Humans have been using plant medicines for thousands and thousands of years. Making plant medicines illegal helped to prop up capitalism because it gave police an excuse to arrest whoever they want, because everyone does drugs. So if you make them illegal, then you can only arrest, you know, the people that you think should be arrested in the first place. Black people and indigenous people. And it also facilitated colonization because people are actually pretty hard to dominate. So when you're colonizing a people, you have to take away their culture, their language, their plant medicines, their rituals, their spirituality in order to attempt to dominate and subdue them. It still never works 100% of the time. Anyway, so the reason that it's important to emphasize that humans have been using drugs forever is because the logic of the drug war runs on the idea that we can make people stop using drugs, that we can stamp out drugs as a problem. That's why they are doing the thing to the boats. It's all running on that logic. Sorry, I'm not trying to be really intense at you. I'm just like passionate about this topic. And yes, the level of addiction that we are seeing today, I mean, it's not unprecedented. We see it in many, many times in places where colonization and capitalism have taken a hold because it's so brutal and the people are so devastated and so traumatized that they turn to plant medicines for help. And when they don't have access to plant medicines because all the plant medicines are illegal, then they're going to use the closest thing, which is the drugs that people have extracted and created from these plant medicines, because it makes them feel better, because they're miserable, because their parents were enslaved and their lands were taken away, and just violence upon violence upon violence. We can't stop people from using drugs just by telling them to, because people don't just do what you tell them to just because you say so, when the thing that you're telling them to stop doing is giving them certain particular benefits. And also because we can't get rid of drugs. Like, they're in prisons, which are the most heavily guarded places on earth. It is a complete drug war fallacy to say that we can ever get rid of them.